Hello. This is Lecture 4, Ehipassiko and Psychedelics. One of the most treasured elements found in the Dharma is the suggestion to come and see, Ehipassiko in Pali, if the teachings work for you personally. Ehipassiko constitutes an open invitation to investigate, to scrutinize, and if need be, even criticize the Dhamma before accepting it. No miracles, no divine messengers, no texts written in stone, no coercion, no fanaticism, and no bigotry. The practice of Buddha Dharma is a first-person endeavor. You are called to use your own life as a lens, a light, and a laboratory. The beauty of this principle is that it dignifies and empowers each individual and honors their own ability to discern clearly whether the practice works or not. This understanding is further expounded in the Kalama Sutra. The story is told of how the residents in the village of Kalama asked the Buddha how to determine whose teachings to follow, as many spiritual leaders had visited them, expounding their teachings and criticizing the messages of others. The Buddha's response enshrined personal and religious freedom as part of the Dharma. Don't follow something just because you hear it frequently, nor because you read it in a book, said the Buddha to the Kalamas. Don't base your spiritual life upon surmise or axiom or bias, nor because a person in holy robes says it's so, even if it's your teacher. Instead, said the Buddha, call upon the direct knowledge grounded in your own experience. He suggested that the villagers take into account the words of the wise, and only after questioning and personally testing them to identify their value and whether they are effective in their own lives, then, by all means, they should take those teachings to heart and practice them. I think we can apply the principle of Ehipassiko to the question we're focusing on in this course. If Buddhism itself must pass the test of personal experience to have clarity and to be of value, so then it follows that the issue of whether psychedelics can be part of one's Buddhist practice must also be open to personal experimentation and experience. In some respects, the practice of Buddhism is kind of a journey, a movement away from the comforts of ego and false certainties, a trip away from one's own inclinations towards greed, ignorance, and confusion, and an embarkation towards kindness, cultivation of wisdom, and service to others. When the followers of the Buddha took refuge and journeyed forth into homelessness, it was considered important to let go of their familiar environments that contribute to habituated behaviors. They were encouraged to let go of all of their possessions, except for a toothpick and sandals, and set out down an uncertain road with only the intention to study and teach the doctrine of liberation. To take entheogens in a Buddhist context is also to take a journey. It's a similar journey, one of self-discovery, without familiar signposts for easy navigation, armed only with the desire to deepen your self-knowledge and your ability to generate wisdom and compassion. What does it mean to have an experience with entheogenic materials in a Buddhist context? It may be useful to identify a possible plan for such an undertaking. Examples of such materials might include marijuana, hashish, psilocybin mushrooms, LSD, MDMA, ayahuasca, or peyote. In terms of the all-important set and setting, let's consider some possibilities. Set refers to the state of mind going into the experience and the intention of the user in terms of what kind of results the experience is intended to produce. Preparing oneself spiritually for a psychedelic experience might include reading from the words of an inspiring teacher, meditation, yoga, fasting, etc. Making the effort to articulate an intention is extremely helpful. Here's one example. My intention is to have an inspiring and meaningful journey that helps me experience the love of giving, not receiving, help me bring forth courage and let go of fear, and to help me live in the awareness that all things are connected in the vast organism we call life. Setting refers to the physical environment within which we have to choose to have the experience, including other people, if any, we choose to be in the company of. If one is inexperienced with the use of psychedelics, it may be a good idea to have what is called a sitter, someone you trust, that cares about you, to be a companion, to protect you, and tend to your needs that you may have: water, pillows, reminders to breathe, etc. Factors that contribute to an optimum setting may include familiarity, comfort, physical beauty, safety, privacy, and proximity to nature. If and only if you are comfortable discussing your own experiences with entheogenic materials in terms of how you went about it, preparation, choice of materials, etc., what you intended to achieve, and how the experience compared to your expectations, please do. What did the experience or experiences tell you in terms of how compatible it was with the practice of Buddha Dharma?